All right, guys, we got some breaking news. Now, before I get into this, this is a little bit of a story here, a backstory here. All right. Um, all right. So on Wednesday, I got an email from someone who, let's say, is in the tool community. Um, Now, he's very into up to date stuff. He works for someone in the industry. Okay. He doesn't work for Porter Cable or anything, but he's up to date on this stuff. But anyway, he sent me an email on Tuesday night, pretty late, almost Wednesday. All right. And I woke up Wednesday and I saw it. But it's very crazy with all these deals that are going on with the holidays, finishing up work, just the deals, trying to get these videos in. So I saw it on Wednesday morning, and it said it was in the title. It was Porter Cable moving, and it kind of ended there. But I saw it, and I said something about Porter Cable, and I usually read whenever he sends me something because it's usually something interesting. But I had like 30, 40 emails that day too. So I saw it said Porter Cable and MOV period. You know how it kind of stops because it just, so totally forgot about it. So around an hour ago, I got a Instagram message from a follower, and he's like, "Hey, Tool Boss, what's with all of the Porter Cable tools now at Home Depot?" I'm like, "Oh, you mean, no, there's no tools there. You mean just for the past 6 months, if you follow my videos, even though I said I wouldn't be surprised if Porter Cable moves over to Home Depot. But I'm like, yeah, I talked about it in a few videos. Now there's some compressors and some nailers that have eked their way over. Same thing with Troy-Bilt. Troy-Bilt used to be a Lowe's exclusive brand since Craftsman went there. Troy-Bilt has also left Lowe's. This little tit for tat with, bringing Craftsman in. So I'm like, yeah, just, compressors and some nailers. What, and then he writes back, no, the entire 20-volt line is on sale over at Home Depot. So as soon as I read that, I didn't even go to this. Okay. I went right to that email because then it clicked in my head. Porter Cable. So make a long story short, this supposedly happened on Wednesday morning. Okay. The official launch of Porter Cable over to Home Depot. All right. So I'm going to show you here. All right. So in that email, and again, this is what he heard. It doesn't really make too much. It makes some sense to me, but it doesn't make some sense to me. I don't know. And he wasn't saying it was gospel by any means here. I was looking at this, and this has 2 reviews. So maybe let's look and see when these reviews were, because this should tell us a lot. November 12th. So that was a week ago. Well, I don't know how this got here, if it came on Wednesday. All right, so maybe it was November 1st. But now it but I'll tell you what he says. All right, so as you guys know, but I don't think I've ever seen this recip before. I've always seen I didn't know they had 2 different recips, to be honest with you. I've always seen this recip, and this is the 5.5 circ. And you guys know I really like their 6.5. Um, yeah, and you guys always hear me talk about the multi-tool. I think, I don't know how it comes in with this kit. I never knew they had a power source either. I think I did, actually. I think I remember seeing it at Lowe's. This is probably the newest tool that they've come out with. Because these brushless tools that you're going to see have been out for 3 years. It's the only two brushless tools. They've been very stagnant. But getting back to the multi-tool real quick, then we'll get back. As a bare tool, cheap multi-tool, it's very similar. It has the same blade release as the DeWalt, which I really like. Just super simple to take blades in and out. It's got some really good power. It's very comfortable to use, but it's cheap and it comes with a ton of accessories. All right, now that's the bare tool. I don't know what it's going to come with this kit, but I don't know. This looks like a new, and I'm probably wrong. See, this is always the recip I remember seeing. But guys, we haven't even featured the last Porter cable tools that we featured on this channel was probably 2.5, 3 years ago when we featured the new brushless impact and drill driver. Yeah, I guess maybe this has been around. I don't know. I don't remember. This one looks exactly like the DeWalt, again with some different lipstick. But this one I always remember because it really has that, chintzy. They kind of destroyed the line. Their drills look really nice. And I think the gray, I think they're, and again, if you're not familiar with Porter Cable, they had a lot of financial issues back in the 90s. And if you don't know, back in the 70s and the 80s, Porter Cable was a very commercial, respected. A lot of professionals, tradesmen, used to use Porter Cable. They were really known for their well-built tools. I don't know when Stanley Black & Decker bought them. I would say late 90s, maybe early 2000s. I don't know, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, maybe. Maybe not even that long, maybe 10 years ago. I don't really remember. Look at this light. That's embarrassing there. All right, but so as you guys know too, so getting back to the email, he's you guys, a couple of guys who know about, who follow tools were mentioning as well. Here's the brushless kit. Again, I hate this impact driver. I absolutely hate it. All right. It's the most uncomfortable impact driver I've ever laid my hands on. The drill driver's not too bad, but nothing great. But that being said, it has a lot of, these were both, this was $119, guys, for the combo kit. So a lot of value, a good, I've never, there's, and it works. I just don't like it because it has a really thick grip. It's uncomfortable. But it's pretty compact and it works. But I've never had any problems. I like all the Porter Cable. I think for the price that they were going for, I would have loved to see them as a Ryobi. You always heard me. This was Lowe's Ryobi. They never did it. Then Cobalt kind of came along, and that kind of became their, So we knew, you heard me. And I had people arguing with me at Lowe's when I said, this is the end of Porter Cable. And I had all these people. I talked to the Lowe's manager saying, now I think they still sell these at Lowe's. I don't know, but maybe you saw how small their little selection got. So I don't know if maybe November 1st they moved over to Home Depot. Maybe he's confused. And maybe as of today, some of these went live and maybe they're not going to be at Lowe's. I don't know. I don't know too much about it except from this email. And the email doesn't really have anything to do with Lowe's. But I remember saying the days are numbered for Porter Cable. No, they're not going anywhere. And I'm like, I don't know. It just, look at this. You got Craftsman here now. They're identical tools. What are they going to do? And obviously you've seen them dwindle down at Lowe's. And now, just like I said, they're over at Home Depot. Now, I didn't think they were going to come to Home Depot either. I'm glad they are here. But getting back to the email, a lot of you guys know it as well. You have heard that there was a possibility of Porter Cable having a bigger footprint over at Walmart. All right. So what this gentleman told me was that things didn't work out. Porter Cable was really the first in line to come over, but Walmart wanted a complete tool system. All right, now a complete system meaning OPE, hand tools, and power tools. All right, and I think they would have even been fine without, changing the colors and all that stuff. I think they just wanted. Now, obviously, with TTI coming into it, obviously they have a contract with Ryobi at Home Depot. They have a contract with Rigid at Home Depot. So, they own Hart. Hart's been, they've tried several times to get Hart going at Home Depot. It's not working. All right. They tried coming out with some hand tools, some, more expensive screwdrivers, and it's just not resonating besides the hammers. So I guess they've come along. Hey, we can do it. We can come out with everything. Now that is just me talking. But what he says was there was problems with the OPE part of it. All right. And maybe we'll find out. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm sure most of you guys came on here just to see what the freaking tools were. But there was issues with the OPE, and they wanted an OPE, and Stanley Black & Decker didn't want to, I guess, cheapen exactly what really TTI did to a degree with the Ryobi stuff. But you see, if Stanley Black & Decker did it, see, the thing with TTI is they're really only cheapening Ryobi by doing this whole Hart thing over at Walmart, right? They're pretty much the same tools, different lipstick. If Porter Cable was to go over there, pretty much the Craftsman stuff is the Porter Cable stuff. And pretty much the old DeWalt stuff is the Craftsman and Porter Cable stuff. So you'd really be affecting kind of two brands to a degree. And with the OPE stuff, the Craftsman and the DeWalt are basically a lot of the same OPE stuff, except different colors, different designs to a degree. Now, the Flex Volt's totally different, but I don't think Stanley Black & Decker is going to risk DeWalt's reputation here by. It just didn't work out. Let's put it that way. Here it is with the orbital sander. Yeah, there's no reviews. That could have been an old review too. He could be right. These might have debuted on Wednesday. I don't know. They got a lot of stuff here now, and a lot of it's like on sale here. Lower price, and I never even knew they had. They might have had this for a while because it says 95. Now, I don't think this is, and this could be, guys, again, I'm talking on my own here. I respect what he's telling me, but some of this don't make sense for me because this is still at Lowe's. Now, you guys know what DeWalt did, right, with the 40 volt. The 40 volt stuff is now discontinued, the DeWalt 40 volt OPE. Now, if you notice, as soon as they announced that was going to be discontinued, all right, the next week you saw me doing videos. Check this stuff out. Like they put it. Home Depot now carries it. and they were giving the stuff away. I mean, giving the 40-volt OPE stuff away. So it's just funny that this is moving over to Home Depot and everything's on special buy. Now, $349 ain't no special buy. And never, even at Lowe's, who was usually way overpriced, never charged $450 for this stuff. So, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Hopefully someone watches this video that has a more information on it. Let's just put it that way. And maybe who can collaborate that story. I don't know. But I don't, the problem doesn't end with them. Now I'm happy they're over here at Home Depot, and maybe they are ending at Lowe's. I don't know. Stanley Black and Decker. I mean, maybe they decided to bring this over here. But the problem isn't solved in the fact that, if they still are just, keeping these old tools here. I mean, 120. Wow. See, these are new. This is new. This is new. This is brand new. Now, brand new because it's at Home Depot. I can tell you none of these tools are new. So maybe they did come over on Wednesday. I don't know. You got reviews here. They could be from, it's from 2018. I don't know where they might be taking these. Sometimes they take them from Amazon or something, I guess. But unless they update these tools, guys, the batteries have no power gauges on them. We've obviously have seen these down to 119. They were at Lowe's a couple of years ago. Now, there's no battery indicators on the batteries. Some tools don't even have, like my circular saw, my 6.5 inch, which I love, by the way. I don't know when I have no idea when that thing is going to die. There's no indicator on the tool. There's no indicator, obviously, on the batteries. But the problem doesn't get solved by them moving over here unless they're going to, and I don't see why Home Depot, to me, this platform does not make sense at Home Depot. That's why I'm kind of really thinking, like, is this another DeWalt 40-volt, like, sell-off type of a thing? Because you already have Ryobi. You already have Rigid. Now, is Home Depot that PO? See, this has to this also could be backlash from the Ryobi, right? And you might be like, what are you talking about? This could be back. You think about it. You've heard me say it. You tell me, in your honest opinion, how happy do you think Ryobi, not Ryobi, how happy do you think Home Depot is that Hart is now over at Walmart, and they're basically the same tools over at Walmart, but with a slide-on pack, and now hand tools. This really devalues the Ryobi brand to a degree. And you might say, no, it doesn't. Come on, they're the same exact tools. And if Walmart is going to undercut, Ryobi's prices, it might not happen right away, but you're going to see Walmart, the biggest retailer in the world, start to undercut some of Home Depot's sales with these Hart tools. So, being smart, all right, you want to play that game. All right, we're going to bring, okay. You know what? We're not going to get rid of Ryobi yet. You want to do that to us? Okay. Let's see how it goes. But you know what? Since you're going to do that, we're going to bring in Porter Cable. We're going to bring Porter Cable. Hey, Stanley Black & Decker. We see what they're doing kind of at Lowe's. Ask if they want to, bring their stuff over to Home Depot. So don't be surprised if that's happening too. All right? But there's a lot of stuff going on. I thought it was interesting. Obviously, I don't recommend you guys buying any of this stuff because it's still outrageously expensive for kind of what you get. They want $144 for this. So you got to be kidding me. I can get the brushless. I don't know. I'm not even gonna go there because it's too late. I'm too tired. But even these special value kits are insanely overpriced. Old, old tools. These batteries are insanely overpriced. You can get you can get a 9 amp hour with a charger, Ryobi, for $79, but I'm gonna pay $125 for two fours. And it's just the old stuff, guys. All right. I know I talked your ear off, but I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to maybe start a discussion on this stuff. And I think that you guys would find this interesting as well. All right, but obviously, this deal is not too bad. These deals are outrageous. These 349 and saying that it usually is $460. Let's view the collection. Free delivery. So they're not having these right now. These are only available online. All right. And it's weird because, Walmart does sell a little bit of Porter cable. We were just there the other night and they had a Porter cable drill at Walmart. So Porter cable is everywhere. I'm just surprised, very surprised Home Depot would carry Porter cable. So it is very interesting. And it does make sense to, all of a sudden Hart comes out, right? Think about it. All of a sudden Hart comes out. They're at Walmart just a week ago. Now, a week later, Porter cable's at Home Depot. So don't be surprised if Home Depot is a little perturbed and decided to bring these guys in here to kind of, hey, all right, we're gonna bring in some PC, see if we can get some sales going with them. Maybe we can lower your offerings and let you see. You want to mess with us, your sales are gonna go down just as much. Interesting stuff, people. I'll talk to you.